Hey guys, what's up? You are watching According to Key. I'm Kiera Alexandra, and I'm going to do a review of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, whatever episode this is that came on June 2nd. I'll put it in the information, whatever. Anyway, tonight's episode was it wasn't that great to me lately. Like, none of the episodes have really been that good. I'm sorry, I'm trying to make sure my hair is still laid. Anyway, I think that all of these people, like, they really need to get some business of their own. Let's start with Mimi, Migo, Stevie, and Joseline Hernandez. So I really don't understand why Mimi and Don are so involved with Joseline and Stevie's relationship. If Stevie J wants to say that he's married to this chick and they're not married. Okay, so let's say that you go to Benzino and he does issue a retraction. First of all, Hip Hop Weekly, while it's a cool magazine, whatever, they got a nice little website, it's all good. It's not the New York Times. It's not CNN. It's not like a major news source, and you guys are not really that important. So what difference does it really make? If they were to issue a retraction, Mimi, like, what are you really getting out of it? I don't understand why she is so obsessed with their relationship. I hate to call people jealous just because of whatever may be going on, if a person moves on or whatever the case may be. But that's really what it boils down to. It's like Mimi is so upset that she had this child with this man and she was the good girl in comparison, before the sex tape and everything. She was the good girl and he didn't marry her. And I used to root for Mimi because really and truly, I didn't want them to be together. I thought that she deserved somebody better. I don't understand why she's so absorbed with this man. I realize that they have a child together, but she needs to move on to somebody who's going to love her, care for her, and respect her. I don't think that she's found that with Nico. I mean, I don't know that lady and I don't know that man, but from the outside looking in, which is what we're all doing, especially since they're on reality TV, it just doesn't seem like he always has her best interest at heart. I don't understand why she keeps talking about Joseline's past as a stripper, as a prostitute, and everything else. That's nothing that Joseline has kept a secret. She said she's been out on the street since she was 13 and she doesn't know any better. And Joseline. Mimi keeps taking shots at the girl, and it's really annoying. I had to make notes on this show because it was just a mess. I cracked up when Stevie was saying that he's a sovereign and he doesn't have to worry about any of the laws because he's his own, whatever. I've heard about these sovereign people. It reminds me of Pilar Sanders and that crazy girl talking about she's one of the, she's governed by Moroccan law and she's some descendant of a Moor or some, whatever she was saying, whatever little society she's now a part of, and so she doesn't have to answer the laws. Please give us a break. We're not buying it. Like, leave it alone. When you get arrested and you have to go to jail, they don't care what you say about being a sovereign. Like, all that is just silly to me. And I'm just like, Stevie, leave it alone. Stop quoting this date because obviously you don't really know. I mean, you had a conversation with Joseline and you didn't know. So let's just leave it alone. You don't need to answer to Mimi if you and Joseline are secure in your relationship, situationship, marriage, whatever the case may be. Let's just leave it at that and tell Mimi to kick rocks. Mimi has other problems to worry about. Let's see, what else did I have to say about them? She says she doesn't care. She cares. We all know she cares. I don't know why she's listening to Don. Like, she dogged Joseline out and all the opportunities that Joseline had coming her way in her appearances when we all see Mimi pop locking and dropping it down to the strip club every weekend, every night. Like, that's where all of her appearances pretty much are. She's traveling the country on the Chitlin circuit, going to these strip clubs, taking off her clothes. I was on Media Takeout today, and I see her, and the pictures don't lie. She's taking off her shirt, got the strippers kissing on her breast, and everything else. If that's what you want to do, girl, get it how you live, but stop judging the next person when you're basically doing the same thing. And then when her and Don were having that conversation about Don managing Mimi, I cannot believe that Don had the audacity to compare Mimi to Vanessa Williams. Vanessa Williams did Playboy. Vanessa Williams was not having sex with her boyfriend and swinging from shower rods down to the Motel 6 for a tape so that they could cement the memories of them sleeping together, that and then selling it to Vivid Entertainment. I mean, that's just totally different. Posing for Playboy is different. So Mimi, don't let Dawn fill your head up with this stuff. Joseline was her check. I don't know who her other clients are. I ain't never heard of her. I don't think too many people done heard of her. Joseline said she met her in the strip club. Sound like she really just trying to pimp these girls out who don't know any better. It's a nice little hustle, and you don't need to fall victim to that. If Dawn is so great, she'll get you some other opportunities, and she'll stop trying to exploit you because you're saying that this was a mistake, but you had to do it for your child, but you're still kind of falling into the same little area. Stop doing this trashy mess when you can do something else. What happened to Mimi the maid? I don't understand. What happened to your maid service? Weren't you working down at one of the stores in Atlanta? What happened to you working there? What happened to you, you know, doing things a little bit different? Because you talk down on everybody else for doing these trashy things, but you doing the same stuff. Now, you just need to stop and have a seat and really sit down and reflect and think about these things. Then Joseline and Tammy. Okay, Joseline, mamacita, you really do need a stylist. You are still shopping at Electric Boutique and wherever else people get their stripper costumes from, and that's what you keep looking like. And I just wish, I mean, I know it's just Love and Hip Hop, and I know that this soap opera is not all the way real and everything, but some of that stuff Joseline be saying, I know that she really believes what she's saying, and I wish she would just, you know, stop and think and try and do something else. I mean, even Stevie told her, this outfit is nice. It accentuates your face. Why don't you work with that? You don't always have to have your whole body out. But then again, it's Joseline, so maybe she does. I don't know. Let's see. I didn't like the conversation that she had at Boogaloo with Tammy. I felt like Tammy was still in her feelings, and honestly, Joseline had a point. If you were upset by something that I said and you felt like I was taking shots at you, don't go back and talk to your homegirls and let them amp you up. When you could have talked about it to me. Even if she went home and thought about it and then came back to Joseline, that would have been better. But she went home, talked about it. Everybody knows Joseline and Mimi are not cool. I don't know why Tammy would even fall into that situation. And I was tickled pink when Tammy was talking to Waka, and they had all those subtitles up when Waka was talking. Waka is the only person who has subtitles, and we all know that we need some subtitles when the Puerto Rican princess is talking, because half the time we don't know what she's saying, and that's what makes it so funny. Shoot, half the time she don't know what she's saying, because I heard her ask several times, am I saying that right? Am I saying that right? Because you know I didn't finish high school. Am I saying that right? No, girl, you're not saying it right, and they don't know neither. So you need new friends. Let's see what else. Joseline had a point. The subtitles. Okay. The Bambi, Mama D and her crazy self, Scrappy and his enormous chompers, and Erica Pinkett. That whole situation is annoying. I'm really, really tired of Mama D like feeling the need to manage all of her son's relationships, situationships, baby mama situations, and all of that. She needs to step back, go back down to bar one, and flirt with that little bartender with the dreads, and leave Scrappy alone, because he's never gonna grow up. Unless that's what you want. I mean, Scrappy said he just turned 30. So he is way too old to have his mama in all his business. It's really annoying. I guess she don't have nothing else to do. I don't know. I can think of a few things for her to do. Number one, she could go work on her hair. And that's going to take a lot of time. So I really feel like she should focus on that. And that would be great. Bambi, I'm tired of seeing her. Erica Pinkett seems to be upset about Scrappy's relationships, because obviously she feels like she's the chick who needs to be there. Okay, but you're not, and Bambi is, so why are you coming for Bambi? Like, Bambi didn't do anything to you. If this is the woman that Scrappy chose to be with, and that's your friend, you need to talk to Scrappy and talk some sense into him. And unfortunately, Miss Pinkett, maybe you're just going to have to learn the hard way. A lot of times, some men, that's just what they like. Those little skanky girls, and they want these heifers that's running around, dipping and dabbing, and getting dipped and dabbed in by every little body. You call her a rat. I mean, that's the word on the street is she's a rat. So maybe that's what he likes is rats. What do you want to come behind her for anyway? To me, Erica seems like a decent enough girl, except when she had them thigh-high socks on and little booty shorts when she was at her apartment the other day. But other than that, she seems like a very pretty girl. She seems to have some sense. For the most part, she seems calm, except when she was shaking the table. And, you know, you can find somebody else. What you want Scrappy for? Scrappy got a lot of baggage, and you're going to have to be dating him and Mama D. And y'all going to be having to visit this imaginary palace and fight off imaginary guards and everything else. I really want to know where the palace is because every season Mama D done been in 2 different palaces. And I'm still a little bit confused as to where Scrappy lives. That whole situation, it's just too fake to make sense, and I wish that they would try a little harder to make stuff make sense, but I guess, you know, the average viewer of the show, maybe they don't think about it because a lot of people, for some reason, still think that this soap opera is real. I mean, these people on this show who are acting, in my opinion, they are much better actors and actresses than the people that come on the show afterwards on Hit the Floor. They might need to do a swap out on the casting or get the casting director from Love and Hip Hop to come help with some of these other shows because these people are acting these roles out and Hit the Floor leaves much to be desired. Let's see. Rasheeda and Kirk. Rasheeda, I get that they've been together for a long time, and what my people have been telling me is they see Kirk all the time. Rasheeda, if you want to see Kirk, I mean, maybe you should go down to 255 because I heard he's down there all the time. And the side pieces that you see on the show and the side pieces in real life, you know, that's just a tip from me to you. I really wish that Kirk would get some sense about himself. He's embarrassing me. I just feel embarrassed to watch him because he's so silly. And he has a son, and I just wish he would have a better example because some of that stuff is not, it's fake, but it's not all from like an imaginary place. He's still trifling. He's still laying it low and spreading it wide all across of Atlanta and wherever else he be at. And I just wish that they could either work it out and he can get some act right in his system, or that Rasheeda, you know, can move around. She's still a beautiful woman, so, you know, you be all right, girl. Let's see what else happened. Dawn tripping. I guess that's kind of it. The show was kind of dry. I don't know what's gonna happen with this whole Jocelyn and Tammy situation. I think that they can work it out. I thought they would have been friends. I was really hoping Jocelyn would finally have a friend because she don't never have a friend. And she only be having Stevie as a friend for half the season because it's inevitable. They're going to get in a fight. It's going to be a blow up. We saw it in the previews for next week. They still, sometimes they're together, sometimes they're not. They got the craziest, like, Whitney and Bobby, Ike and Tina type relationship that I've ever seen play out on TV, and it's just messy. But I love to watch this train wreck. So, let me see. Can't think of anything else. I just have a question. I don't think anybody has the answer, but it's still a question. Why? Well, one, the show is playing back on my TVs over here. Nico is just so annoying to look at. Where did Mimi get this house from? That situation is confusing. But my real question is, why is everybody's hair pretty much laid except for Mama D with that long lion mane that she got going on in her little talking head segment, the little confessional segment? Everybody's hair is laid, but y'all know when y'all are filming, the filming is scheduled. Why can't nobody's hair be laid during those times? I just don't understand. These are the clips that we're going to replay and replay and replay and replay and replay. Why can y'all not get y'all's hair together? Now, excuse from that is Rasheeda, because Rasheeda keeps her hair together. Bambi is making an improvement. Erica Pink is hair straight. Mama D's hair looked much better during filming than during her confessionals. I'm confused. Mimi's hair is still a struggle, and I'm just going to pray on that. Yeah, I'm just going to pray for all of them because they just look crazy. And that's the least they could do is keep it cute if they're not going to act cute. And, you know, that's pretty much all I have for Love and Hip Hop. So make sure you go to www.accordingtokey.com to check out my future videos. Ooh, computer trying to go to sleep. To check out my future videos and to check out the other stuff that I blog about. Hope you enjoy it. Catch a couple laughs. And thanks for watching.